Good morning, distinguished guests, industry professionals, students, members of West African Fashion Council Ghana, and all invited participants. On behalf of West African Fashion Council Ghana, I warmly welcome you all to today's Entrepreneurship Talk. This gathering is designed to inspire, educate, and empower individuals in the fashion and creative arts industry. We are honored to have experienced speaker who will share valuable knowledge, practical experiences, and insights that will guide us towards building strong and impactful fashion businesses. To every participant here, I encourage you to engage actively, ask questions, network meaningfully, and make the most of this opportunity. Once again, thank you for being part of this wonderful event. We wish you a productive, insightful, and successful entrepreneurship talk. Thank you.
All right, are we here? Should we do another if you're happy? You are okay now, eh? All right. So today's session is so important to me. The more reason why it's so important to me is because growing up, there's one mindset I had when I wanted to learn how to sew. So my mindset was that I just want to do it for myself. I'm not going to sew for anybody. So there was nothing like money in my mind. But unfortunately, whenever I sew something for myself, then people are like, oh, it's nice, I want it. It's nice, I want it. Then I began to think about it. Should I really do this? Should I really do it? Then your friends will definitely be jumping in. Oh, do it for me, do it for me. So I started doing it without thinking about the money aspect of it. So it affected me greatly. Now I am moving into something professional, like maybe doing sewing professionally, and now it has become a challenge. How to price? I know I'm not alone, right? Some of you have that challenge, right? How to price? We are always happy about, wow, right? Oh, is it not true? Yeah. Oh, give me feedback and let me know I'm not the only one. We are interested in, oh, wow, it's nice, so. And that's the one thing about the creatives. All of the things we do is full of wows because it's something visible to the eyes. Everybody's seeing it, and when it's beautiful, they can't keep quiet about it. So if you don't take care, it will get into your head, and you'll be thinking about that alone. So today's session is so important to me because the speaker here is someone, let me go to this, is someone who is a distinguished financial advisor and global speaker with a decade of proven excellence in financial planning, investment advisory, personal finance advisory, and wealth management. He is widely recognized for delivering high impact finance literature, financial solutions, and strategic guidance to individuals, families, and organizations across diverse financial landscapes. With core expertise in portfolio management, retirement planning, investment strategy, personal finance advisory, financial modeling and valuation, and risk management. I'll mention his name. This man provides clients with actionable, data-driven insights to help them build sustainable wealth and meet long-term financial goals. He has presented to over 7,000 individuals globally as a keynote speaker at financial conferences, corporate seminars, and investor forums. He is the founder of Money Read Global, a financial literacy organization, and the founder and lead advisor at B&O Advisors, a boutique personal financial consulting firm focused on strategic financial planning and investment education. Currently, he's a licensed fund manager with GCB Capital Limited, regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ghana, okay. His professional experience also includes key roles with SIC Financial Services Limited and Data Bank, where he led initiatives in portfolio management, client advisory, and investor outreach. Academically, he holds a bachelor's degree in economics and sociology from the University of Cape Coast and an MBA from KNUST. He is certified in financial planning and wealth management from Corporate Finance Institute, Canada, and business intelligence and data analytics from Firstman Learning Hub in Ghana. He is also pursuing the Financial Modeling and Valuation Analyst, FMVA certification from the Corporate Finance Institute in Canada. He actually participates in global financial conferences to stay abreast of evolving market trends and innovations. He is also an accomplished author, having written over 50 published articles, some in the Business and Financial Times and on moneyread.org, as well as 4 personal finance ebooks. His outstanding contributions to financial education have earned him 2 national awards as Ghana's best financial educator. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Benjamin Nathan Otchere. He's a lot more. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I guess that write-up wasn't me, right? Or it was me? Okay. We thank God. Good morning once again. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you to West Africa Fashion Council and Joyce Ababio leadership for this invitation. I do not take it for granted. And then thank you also for coming to meet me. Clap for yourself. Yeah, so I guess the media guys are still working on the stuff. We are just going to go straight into it. In the next 20 minutes, I should be done. So if you don't pay attention very well, you may miss some of the, important points I would mention. So today we are talking about the business of your craft. Okay, the business of your craft. And we are going to try to look at, your craft, you are learning it here, okay? But we are going to try to look at a global perspective, okay? And then we'll drill it down to Africa and then Ghana. Then you get to see the gap that is there, which is the opportunity for you, okay? And also good to hear that people want to have their own brands. They want to establish their own businesses. Okay. It's good to hear because we need the next Joyce Ababio from this class. You are not excited about it. Yes, we need the next Joyce Ababio. Okay. Somebody to even do more. Okay. You can see this edifice. I was telling Mr. Morrison when we went to Blue Crest that I heard Joyce Ababio long ago. I think when I was in, when I finished SHS, that was in about 2009, 2009. That's where I heard about Joyce Ababio, when I was entering the university. Okay, so we need another Joyce Ababio, okay, to be able to expand the fashion industry. So let's get right into it. If you have your pen and paper, how many of us have experienced or seen fashion designers, or if I should say a tailor and a seamstress down your road or in your area? You've gone to primary school, you go to SHS, you have come to Joyce Ababio, and you still see that person still at that store, still sewing. How many of you have experienced that? You've seen someone, eh? Yeah, plenty. Great. Now, look, it's your decision to either be like that person or to be like Joyce Ababio. It's your sole decision. Nobody can decide that for you. And so in our environment, we get to see that kind of person who sits at that corner, sew kaba and slit, sew trousers, sew shirts for many years, and they are not even able to go to the next town to open up another shop. And they are okay with it. Those people I call the survival entrepreneurs. Survival entrepreneurs. They just want to survive. But we have those people who, start small, sew stuff. You get to see that they are progressing. You get to see that they are doing stuff, and then expand. And now you begin to what? Hear their name. Yeah. These are two people. And I can assure you that these two people are also in this room. You can decide to disagree with me or not, but these two people are still in this room. And let me establish this by way of mentioning this principle that has been there since ages, okay? The Pareto's principle. Pareto principle states that, it's the 80-20 principle. Wherever you go, you can apply it to any subject. So in this context, as I'm standing here speaking to you, there are about 20 people who will get what I'm saying and write. And 80 people will not write, will not listen.
Great.
And it's your decision.
That's that.
Now, in that 20 people who will write and listen, in that 20, another 20 will implement it.
Mm-hmm.
But 80 of them will not. So now my question to you is that, where will you place yourself? Where will you place yourself? Because when I go and speak at conferences, I don't want to be like a motivator. I come and sit or I come and stand, speak, and you are so energized, you go home and you sleep. I want you to be in that 20. Do you get what I'm saying? I want you to be in that 20. Now let's quickly go to a picture I've always seen in the fashion industry. Now globally, the fashion industry is valued at $2 trillion. If I was supposed to ask you about this question, I'm sure a lot of you will not be able to answer. You are learning fashion. Please, how many years are you spending here?
5.
Come again? 1 or 2. You are spending 12 months to 24 months here. And I ask you, what's the value of your industry? You'll not be able to tell me.
Wait.
I want somebody to tell me the value of Ghana's fashion industry for 100 Ghana cedis. People have started taking their phone. They are asking chats, Gemini, Google. You don't know it because you have not found context with your craft. You are not thinking about the business of your craft. Because if you are thinking about the business of the craft, because let me tell you, as for the craft, you will get it. As for the craft, you will learn it. You'll be perfect. You'll be excellent. But the business side of it, a lot of you don't have your minds there. All you want to do is that you are done, you are able to sew some corset dress, you take your phone, you do some pictures, you put it on Instagram, TikTok, you be talking, you have some bougie place, you show the place, and that is it. That's all you want to do. But the business of it, you are not thinking about. So your industry is $2 trillion. And it is employing about 30 million people worldwide. Now let's come to the African story. Now, the African story has an interesting one. If we talk about Africans consuming the fashion business, or let me say, whatever you sow or you get, it's about $70 billion. The whole of Africa. 70 what? $billion. And this is just about the ones we produce and the ones we what? We bring. But we ourselves as Africans, we're able to produce about 31 billion. And in 2030, we are projecting that the business will reach, or the value of the industry will reach about 50 billion. And we are talking about dollars. But I asked myself, so where can somebody put himself in this opportunity? Because if we are consuming $70 billion every year, okay, and we are saying that Africa itself is producing 31, there's a gap. 31 minus 70 is what? About 39, right?
Yeah.
So it means that you actually have an opportunity of $39 billion to earn. That's what it means. And now it's being projected to move from 31 billion to 50 billion in 2030. How many years away? 4 years away. What are you going to do in these 4 years to partake in this $50 billion industry? That's how I want you to think about your business. Because it's not always about the flashy stuff. It's also about how to strategically position yourself. And I like when somebody said that he wants to be a billionaire. I think in one of the write-ups, somebody said that. And it's real, you can. I always speak to people under personal finance conferences that, look, if I speak in a conference, you are actually qualified to at least be a millionaire in your lifetime. Then. And I can teach you the practical steps. If you don't become a millionaire in your lifetime, then it is not your grandmother who is somewhere, just like Africans we used to do. Your grandmother has been feeding you to this time. One day you stand up and say, your grandmother is a witch. It is your own decision.
Okay.
It's your own decision. And so every one of you here, the benchmark is set. The standard is set. You cannot go beyond, or let me say, not beyond. You cannot go below a millionaire. You can't. You can't. It's an error. If I meet you someday and you are not a millionaire, you talk to me that you came to speak at a conference, I'll tell you that I didn't come to that conference. Because all the people I speak to, their list is to become a millionaire. So now the gap is there. The question is, how do you enter that bracket? Do you get it?
Awesome.
And I believe that a lot of them who enter into that bracket is here. Now let's come to the Ghana picture. Now for Ghana, it's not just a market. For Ghana, when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's more like a movement. You know how Ghana, we have embraced fashion and all other, peripheral sectors we have. Look at Nigeria. Look at the way they have embraced fashion.
Anticipate.
Nigerians, they're always aggressive than us. When Ghanaians are trying to, boko, I'm taking my time, Nigerians are going for it. They are taking all sorts of risk. Okay? But in any way, we also want to what? We want to get there. Now, the fashion industry in Ghana, as of 2025, contributed about 2.42 billion to GDP, to our whole growth, income growth in Ghana. about 2.42 billion. Now that's about 3% of the national GDP. So who tells you that even when we come to Ghana, the 2.42 billion is still good money? So who are these people chopping that money?
It's from
$2.42 billion. If I see some of these things, all I want to ask is, how can I get there? What are the challenges the person went through? What is the price the person had to pay? You know, some of the mistakes we do in life is that we see something beautiful, we see something nice, and we want to get it. But we don't ask the difficult questions. We don't ask the difficult question. We don't ask, how did the person get there? What price did you pay? What are the challenges you face? We just want to go and get it. Somebody has posted a bougie, shop with these, lighting and mannequin with dresses and all that. And all you have in your mind is that, I want to get there. But you are not asking yourself, what are the challenges? What is the price to get there? And so when you start that journey and you hit a block, then you are giving up.
yes.
You need to ask yourself that question. Please go to slide 5. That's where we are. Okay, let's say 6. Let's go to 6. So now we've gotten to a place where I want to cite examples, and I've already started citing them. And I will not bypass Madam Joyce Ababio as an example, okay? It's a very clear example for us to relate with, okay? When we talk about fashion models in Ghana's fashion industry, she's one, okay? And she has done this for many years. As I told you, I heard about her when I was about to enter the university. And that has been many years ago. Okay. She's a great example. You can learn from her. Look at what he has done here, what she has done here. If you have the opportunity to meet her, ask her some of the difficulties she went through and how she got out of it. Don't ask, how will I be able to get this mannequin, or how we know. It's all over. That one you can get it. But ask her the difficult questions. That's how we learn how things work. The whites, all they do is that they want to learn what are the roadblocks that we can take away. Because in my job like this, all that matters is the risk. In investment, it's all about risk. So I need to ask myself the risk that I need to avoid, the risks that I need to manage. Because as for the returns, anybody can get returns, even you. When I teach you one or two things, you can get your returns. But how to maneuver risk, that's the problem. So you need to ask the difficult questions to be able to what? Come to that point where you can be able to have a very good brand. So these are other people that you can actually learn from. This is your assignment. You can learn about them. Oswald is a UK guy, but a Ghanaian person. And he's one of the young guys who was able to get on that street called the Savile Row Street. He's one of the youngest person who had a shop on that popular street. And he sews for a lot of the Hollywood actors. And he has even sewn for, I think, is it Prince Charles or so? He has done a great job in that industry. Just go on YouTube, Google, and then just, learn about him. Now, the next slide talks about some of the important questions you should ask when it comes to thinking about the craft of the business. There are certain questions you need to answer. And these are the questions that Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple. These are some of the questions they've asked themselves to bring their business to this point. A lot of you are using iPhones here. These questions that they asked made it possible for them to bring that product so that you can buy. So if you want your product to go out there, if you want your business to go out there, and then have that business side of things moving on well, then you need to ask these questions. Number one, what problem does your fashion business solve? What problem is your fashion business solving? What problem is your fashion business solving? You should be able to ask yourself that. You shouldn't just, wake up and say that, look, I want to sew a dinner wear. Everybody can sew a dinner wear. You all came to the same class. You all learned the same things that you were supposed to learn, pattern drafting and all those stuff. But why do you want to sew that dinner wear? What problem is that solving? I remember there was a shoe that came up recently, some years ago, and what they were doing is that they were trying to solve people who are not able to afford a shoe. I always forget their name. And what they did was that they will manufacture a shoe, a very simple shoe that you can wear, and then when you buy one, they dash another to that community. So that's how the business was solving a problem. And so a lot of people were buying. People patronize the brand, and it's still there. So what is your brand going to, what problem would it solve? Number two, who needs that solution? I met somebody in our first engagement, and the person asked, I've been posting on TikTok. Nobody's buying. Nobody's even looking at it. And you're beyond a patronizer. If everybody is supposed to patronize you, then your business is not really, an outstanding business. No. There are particular people who need to patronize your business, and you need to find them. As a personal finance planner, there are people who contact me and I give them an invoice to try to help them to structure their personal finance and give them financial plans. And when I give them the price, they tell me that it's expensive, I should reduce it. And I tell them that, look, go and look for money. When you are ready, you come. My clients are always expatriates, miners, and oil workers, crude oil workers, or bankers. Those are my clients. Because in UK, if you speak to me for 1 hour, you are supposed to pay me £180. Yeah. You are supposed to pay me £180. And I'm charging you £180 for just a year to help you with your finances and give you a plan, a financial plan. That will make you a millionaire. And you say you don't want to pay. So I came to understand that not everybody will be able to patronize your business. And that is how you should think. It's not everybody that will patronize your business. There are certain people who have to patronize your business for your business to grow. For your business to get into the $2.4 billion that Ghana industry is producing. To the $50 billion that Africa has to produce. There are certain people. I chanced on a video on social media and the lady was talking about, she's also a fashion person. Her clients come in a private jet to even take measurements and have, what do you call it? When you are coming for your dress, fitting. Private jet. And if somebody is coming in a private jet, do you think the person will come and pay 5,000, 10,000? No. So it's not everybody that will patronize your business. Look for your target market. Look for your audience. Okay? Number 3, what price can you charge to maintain that business? Think about the price that will help you to charge to maintain the business. And as I always say, the craft is there. You are very creative. You have that kind of, innovation. You have that mindset to do the best ever dress you can think about. But what price can you put on that dress for somebody to buy so that you can maintain your business? Number 4, how will you deliver this business to satisfy your clients? It's very important, because a satisfied client is a client who will come back again. A satisfied client is a client who will come back again. And one of the best things you can ever do for your business is to be able to get referrals for your business. Okay? It's for you to get referrals for your business. And in you getting referrals for your business, it means that your client is satisfied. So make sure that you are satisfying your clients. Because if you don't satisfy them, they will not come again. And they will not refer the business. Look, you can have a budget for marketing, social media, digital marketing, and what have you. If you are not satisfying your clients, that money will be waste, or that budget will be waste. But you can decide to just have a program, okay, do away with marketing budget, but satisfy your clients, and your clients will market the business for you by way of referrals, because they are satisfied. They are okay. Okay. So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself to be able to have your business successful. Businesses succeed when they consistently solve what? Real problems. Now, the other side of the business is that, next slide, the other side of the business is that you need to know your numbers. This is a very important part of your business, knowing your numbers. Every entrepreneur is so busy with, all sorts of things in the business. But if you don't know your numbers, you will not be able to price well. How many of you here already sold? Like you sold to sell and all that? Okay. For me, I know my wife sews. She's been in the business for about 7 years. And one thing I realized with her was that she can go to the market and she will just have the numbers written on paper. But when she comes back, she's not able to put the numbers, together to kind of do the pricing, and even in the future, try to predict her prices. So I had to take her through that. You see, it's very important for you to always write down your numbers. The cost of the thread, the cost of the pins, the cost of the material, the brown paper, all those stuff. You need to write them down. Every time you go to the market, write them down. You should have a database for that. Because what I realize is that in Ghana here, when there's inflation, people just say that, "Enyama widen." That's why I've also increased my price. Instead of sitting back and saying that, "Look, these are my numbers. This is how I price." The last time, what went into the pricing? Your cost and a little margin, right? So if it's your cost and a little margin, the things that we use to make the dress, if you go to the market today and you buy the things, how can you compare it to the previous month or the previous day? Today, Stylo guys didn't come. They should have come. Because they have an app that can help you to put these numbers together. So if you compare these two, then you get to see where the cost adjustment is coming from. Is it coming from the zip side? Is it coming from materials? Okay, if it's coming from materials, how do I factor that into my current price? Don't just price. Price scientifically. And with science, we are saying that have the data to be able to what? To price. I'm giving you an example. Do you know Star Oil? Yes. You know Guel? Yes. You know Shell? Yes. You know Total? These are the big four when it comes to Ghana OMC. Now, I think Guel or one of the, either Shell or Total, was the top, the number one in Ghana. Total or Shell. Some people say Total, people say Shell. But you can find out from NPR website. Just Google it. So, when things were hard, Star Oil decided to put their price down. Do you know why they were able to do that? It was because their eyes was always on the numbers. So they had to cut down their profit to be able to satisfy clients and then still have them coming. Now, today, they are number one. Now, they are number one. Why? Because they were able to keep their eyes on the numbers and reduce their price. So when inflation is up and people are saying dollar is up and all that, don't just go with the crowd. Don't just run with the crowd and say that, nyama boy didn't me so me raising my price. Keep your price at a reasonable level. And you can do that when you have your numbers. Sometimes you need to actually cut down on your profits to keep the clients with you and to keep more coming. Because Ghana, we are price sensitive. Immediately, I can get the same corset dress from this woman and the same corset dress from that woman. But yours is like 50 cedis lower. I'll come for yours. Ghana, we are very price sensitive. And you see, the Star Oil story, the price change was not like some, some 1 CD or 2 CD. It was just some point, some point pesos. But we're still going there. Now they are number one. So you need to keep your eyes on your numbers. Now, 5 habits of a thriving business. 5 habits of a thriving business. Number 1 is what? Separate your personal finance from your business finance. That's the number 1 thing that we should all come to learn. One question somebody asked when we went to I've forgotten that place, FC Beauty, is that how do I separate my business money from my personal money? And I gave them the solution. Now, if you go and do a gig or let me say a dress for somebody and the person pays you, if the person paid you 1,000 Ghana cedis, your responsibility as an entrepreneur is for you to pay yourself first. So if it is 1,000 and you think that per your numbers you can pay yourself 500 Ghana cedis, pay yourself 500 Ghana cedis. The mistake we do is that when they pay us the 1,000 Ghana cedis, we think that the 1,000 Ghana cedis is for us. So when we go to TikTok and somebody is doing some live, selling, shoe way 20 Ghana, bag way say, dress way say, then you snapshot, then you send WhatsApp, then you are paying. Then before you realize that 1,000 Ghana cedis the person paid is gone. That's not how to build a business. That's why we keep on having money struggles and then we'll go to quick loan and we'll go and take the quick loan. And after taking the quick loan too, you remove the chip and you throw it away. Quick loan. Quick loan and FIDO loan. When you finish taking the loan, you take out the chip and you chew it or you throw it away. Because you don't want them to call you and chase you. And let me tell you, these monies that you have taken, it is people's money. It is people's money. If somebody here say, okay, I have excess money, I want to invest it, they go and put it in an investment. And then the bank will take that money and will come and give it to you. But you've taken the money and you've chewed the chip. How would the person get his money? Do you understand? So pay yourself. Pay yourself first. When the person paid 1,000 Ghana cedis and you have to pay yourself 500, pay yourself the 500. The rest of the 500 is for the operations. You can, buy your things for the dress and all those things that you do. You use the 500 to whatever is left is your profit. Okay? Whatever is left is your what? Is your profit. Number 2, track all your sales consistently. If somebody buys something, record it. So the Stylos guy, Stylo Tailor, is an app. I think you can go on Android Place or Android Store or whatever. Play Store, right? And then iOS Store to get it. Stylos Tailor, yes, something like that. You can enter all your sales there, all your expenses, and it will give you all the reports, and the dashboard is there for you to make your decisions. And the interesting thing for me is that it keeps data. So you can go back and then look at the trend. You do a trend analysis, you variance analysis, and all those things to see how your business is faring. Remember, we are talking about the craft, the business of your craft. We are talking about what? The business of your craft. Number 3, record every expenses. Every expenses. Even if it's a delivery you did, record it. If it's a light bill you paid, record it. Every expense. Save a portion of your profits. If you don't want to end up in loans and debts, one of the strategies you have to use is that a portion of your profit should go into some kind of investment. And the main aim of that portion is for you to expand your business. Because with the gap that we are talking about, there are about $50 billion we are talking about. If you don't expand, you will not reach there. If you stay in that small corner, you cannot make that money. So that portion of the profit, because at the end of the day, when you do your numbers well, you see the profit that you are making. Now the profit, what you do is a part, just enjoy. You can go to some Royal Sanctuary or whatever, go and enjoy yourself. But part of it too should go into what? Investment. So that it can help you to expand the business. Reinvest back into the business. I've talked about it. That profit that you invested should come back to the what? To the business. I think I'm almost done. How many minutes? Okay. Right, so the next slide. So I think you have some papers. If you have questions, you can write them. Comments, questions, anything. You can write them and then give it to the facilitators around. So building a powerful brand. Just like I said, it is your decision to build a powerful brand. And the brand is dependent on your perception. It's dependent on your mindset. It's dependent on your thinking. So if your thinking is not right, your brand will not be right. Some of us, we are very pessimist. Pessimists mean that we are very negative. If you want to build a good brand, you should stop thinking very negative. You should be very, very, even if the thing you are trying to draw the how do you call it? The dress or the silhouette or whatever, and it's not working, be positive that it will work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Be positive that it will work. You saw the dress, the client came, was shouting, was talking, this side, the finishing, what? You'll be down. You cry small, but after crying, be positive. And do it again. Tell somebody, do it again. Say it again, do it again. For the last time, do it again. Yes, stay positive. Yes. Just like we're in school. When you do the wrong thing and then you get it wrong, yes, they'll tell you what, unpick. You unpick and you do it. You unpick and you do it. And then finally, So you need to be positive. And so your brand is not just about your logo. Just like I said, it starts from your mindset. But it's not just about your logo. It's not just about your colors. It's your identity. Your what? Identity. How can people identify you? What are people going to identify you with? Are they going to identify you with film costumes? When there's a new movie coming up, are they going to mention your name? When they talk about corset dresses, all kinds of corset dresses, are they going to mention your name? When people are talking about dinner wears, are they going to mention your brand? Is your identity. Now, your quality also counts. Because an identity that is not quality is just quantity. Please, you get it? It has to be quality. Because it's not quality, nobody will come again. Then reputation, you make sure that you build a good reputation. And reputation is built when you satisfy your client. Because when you satisfy the client will tell another client, the client will tell another client, the client will tell another client. First year, maybe you had about 10 referrals. Next year, that 10 referrals that came from one satisfied client will do about 2. Everybody will do about 2. And there's even a strategy to even triple it in the same year. And that's how your reputation goes out there. Because reputation is when people know you. If they don't know your brand, what reputation have you built? So build the reputation through customer satisfaction. Then your customer experience should be top notch. And we can find all these examples from these, everybody wants to wear LV. Everybody. If I come here and I give you a Gucci bag right now, the way you'll be happy. And Zara, you see. We have a Zara ambassador here. If I come and give you a Louis Vuitton shoe right now, it's because the identity is there, the quality is there. You get it? So these are examples you can learn from, and then I'm sure your brand will be built well. Now, professional industry, and then I'll move on to some multiples of income you can build in the industry, then we are done. Professional behaviors and standards. Look, deliver on time. It's very, very important. Look, you may think that the client is just worrying you. If you are taking the job and you think that you can deliver in 2 weeks, tell the client you will deliver in 2 weeks. If you are taking a job and you cannot deliver in 2 weeks, be bold to tell the client, please, can you give me extra 3 days? Because let me tell you, a client's time is even more important than their money. Their time is very important than their money. I watched a video on social media, and the lady came to the seamstress shop and he was demanding for her dress, because I think that day was the day that she was supposed to take the dress. And the seamstress said that the dress was not ready. The way the client beat the seamstress. I'm telling you, the way the client beat the seamstress, that should tell you that the time that the client gives you is so much important to them. Imagine you are going for a wedding on Saturday, and your seamstress said that Thursday, come and take the dress. And you went and Thursday said that, oh, Afina, yeah, hear me no. Zip no cry and see, I feel I'm busy. How will you feel? Sometimes they'll tell you that, okay, go and come Saturday morning. Say come at 8. And you too, because you have so much patience, you go and come back at 8, and will tell you that zip ni yenwe. Meanwhile, the wedding is at 10. And the wedding, you are traveling from maybe Nungwa to Kaswa. So a client's time is very important. So deliver on time. Number 2, maintain the quality. We've talked about it. Quality. Your finishing. It should be very quality. When somebody sees the dress, the shirt, they should say that, this dress, I have to wear some again. The person who sews my shirt, I have never gone anywhere that I'm wearing the shirt that somebody will not say that, look, please, you need to get me the shirt. The quality, the finishing. So please, your quality is very important. Honor your prices. The prices you advertise online or you told the person, you gave the person invoice, please use the same price when the person is coming for the dress. Even if sometimes you needed to change something, or the client said that, my mind has changed, so can we add this, and you have to go and buy. Just keep to the price. You are actually telling the clients that no matter what, you are there for them. It will get to a point where the client will be so, okay with you that sometimes when they are telling you to add something, they will tell you that, they'll add more money. Customer experience. Honoring your prices. And treat customers well. As for this one day, we can't say much about it. If you don't treat your customers well, maybe you two will come and beat you. The last point. Multiple streams of income. There are a lot of other areas that you can venture when it comes to the fashion industry. There are a lot of areas. And one of the things I want you to do is that every area, try to do a research in that area. Know the value of that sector. Know how things are done. Find the giants or the models in that, or mentors in that industry. Learn about them, read about them, find out the challenges, find out the gaps. And one interesting thing about this is that if you are doing your research and you go into that, you realize that the challenges that you are researching on are actually your opportunities. The challenges you are finding about are actually your opportunities. So if you want to grow in this business, find out the challenges. So fashion design is there, fashion retail, fashion education, of which I love so much, styling services, costume design for films, digital fashion influencing, and a whole lot. We have jewelry, we have beading, and all those areas. Find the niche, specialize in that niche. Master that niche so that people can know you for that niche. Entrepreneurs who diversify income streams grow faster and become more resilient. Become more resilient. So if you have been sewing the dress, maybe the next expansion for you is that you need to probably find a way to add beading. If you are doing beading already, maybe the next opportunity for you to do is that sell sewing accessories. Because when you diversify, what it does is that it makes your business model very resilient. So when money is not coming from the fashion, the dressmaking side, let me put it that way, the dressmaking side, maybe beading can be making you the money, or sewing accessories can be making you the money. Don't stick to one place. Don't stick to one place. Diversify. And diversify in your strength.
Please, you get it? Diversify in your what? In your strength, which means that where you can find strength is where you have to diversify. I believe this has been a good one, and if you have questions, I'll be glad to receive your questions. Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit skeptical about 35 to this point. Is it quality? Is it good? Why is she pricing at 35 while people is priced at 40? And also, pricing your items cheaper and trying to raise it as time goes by is very difficult. Some come and say, like, anything prices, then some people may leave, others may stay. So, in my opinion, like if you price it at 40, those that will stay will stay. Those that will leave, and you will still get your money from there. My opinion.
Yes. You have even answered your last question, so that's it.